trash, stinking and disgusting, but it can also be a source of green energy. There is more to trash that we're going to learn here in Los Reales landfill, located in the city of Tucson, Arizona, the United States of America.
We accept municipal solid waste, which comes from homes, businesses, and some industrial waste here. We do not take hazardous waste, however. If you have industrial hazardous waste, there is ways to get rid of that, but for homeowners, for people who are just residents, we have a facility that collects that type of hazardous waste. So if they have pesticides or paint or other materials which could contaminate the groundwater, we do provide a service to the community at no cost to them, where we do collect it and it is disposed of properly. Or we try, and most of the stuff is recycled. Part of the process in starting a landfill cell is to actually create an excavation into the soil. The soil is removed, and we place a liner down on the bottom of it. And actually, the bottom part of it here, this is an example, and this is our primary liner system that protects the garbage or the liquids that are there or the gases from getting into the groundwater. It's very thick plastic. It's textured to resist sliding. It'll resist a lot of different types of chemicals, acids. So this is designed and created to last for hundreds of years, and it does not require any maintenance. If for any reason this was to fail, this is our backup liner system. So this will plug up any leak that occurs in our primary system here. We value our groundwater resources. We don't want anything leaking from the landfill which could potentially harm the environment or human health. We certainly don't want to be a bad neighbor. We want to control anything which may be a nuisance to our neighbors here. So solid waste sometimes has an odor to it, and what we use is an odor neutralizer chemical, which basically eliminates the odor. It doesn't mask it, but it just eliminates the offensive odor to it. We also use a lot of water to control the dust. We have a lot of traffic which comes into the landfill, about 250,000 vehicles per year. And so we use water. Actually, part of the landfill that we have did not have a liner under it. So we do have some groundwater contamination that we are cleaning up here. That water that we are reclaiming and treating, removing the contaminants, is pumped up and stored and then used for dust control. So we're not using water that would normally be used for drinking water, or just using reclaimed water to control the dust. Another thing that we do is we have erected fences around the site to retain any wind-blown litter which may be blowing from the disposal operation. So we capture that before it gets to the neighbors. At the end of each day, we cover the waste with about 1 foot of soil. What this does is it helps, again, to eliminate odors, eliminates nuisances, that there may be rodents that may want to try to feed on the garbage, but the 1 foot inhibits them from being able to get at the solid waste materials. The only thing that's produced at this site is the methane from the decomposition of garbage.
Methane is produced through the natural process of decomposition. It is a biological process that relies upon, among other things, water. And so our methane production will rise and fall with the amount of water that's present in the landfill. And that's one factor that has led to a gradual reduction in the amount of energy that we produce from this system due to the ongoing drought conditions that we have in southern Arizona.
We have about 100 wells which are drilled through the landfill almost to the bottom. They're like 3-foot wells that go through the landfill, and we have pipes which goes to a processing facility, and from there it is compressed and dewatered, and there it goes to the utility company.
The methane that is captured at the Los Reales landfill is piped to this power plant through a 3.5-mile pipeline. It arrives right here behind me, where it is introduced into the boiler along with pulverized coal or natural gas. This unit can burn both fuels, and the methane is used to offset either coal or natural gas, thus reducing our reliance on fossil fuels at this particular unit.
So we have saved well over 10,000 tons of coal from being burned and released, the carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere by utilizing landfill gas.
Every ton of methane that we use allows us to avoid a ton of coal, which allows us to offset about 2 tons of carbon dioxide emissions, give or take. So for every bit of methane we use, we are reducing the amount of carbon dioxide we put into the environment, thus reducing the greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change.
The amount of gas that we produce is enough to supply the energy needs of about 4,000 households in the Tucson area. They're complete electric needs. It has replaced over 10,000 tons of coal that normally would be used to supply those energy needs. Our landfill provides a service to the community. It safely disposes of the waste that is generated by the community. We take that in and we ensure that it is properly handled and disposed of and will not present a threat to the environment or human health now or in the future. So we do everything that we can to comply with the regulations and make sure that we are a good neighbor and that we do the responsible thing.